Have you ever wondered why, despite your best efforts, intimacy with your partner just doesn't seem to reach its full potential? You're not alone. Many men struggle to provide their partner with the pleasure she truly deserves, but the secret lies in mastering the right techniques. In this video, we're diving deep into 5 proven tips that can completely transform your intimate moments, ensuring that she reaches a climax with both comfort and pleasure. Stick around until the end, because each tip builds upon the last, and by the time we're finished, you'll have a deeper understanding of how to create a truly satisfying and meaningful connection. From preparation and initial stimulation to the art of communication and feedback, we're covering all the essential elements that lead to a fulfilling and passionate experience. Whether you're looking to improve the quality of your relationship or just want to make those intimate moments even more special, you won't want to miss this. So make sure to watch until the very end. Not only will you learn the techniques that matter most, but you'll also gain insights into why they work and how you can apply them right away. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with more content on sexuality and relationships. Let's get started. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Preparation and initial stimulation. Preparation and initial stimulation are not merely the starting points of a physical experience. They're the foundation of a deeper connection, an opportunity to align emotional, mental, and physical energies. This step is about setting the stage, creating a mood, and ensuring that every touch, glance, and moment feels intentional, thoughtful, and deeply cherished. For me, this process represents the purest expression of care, love, and attentiveness, a way of telling your partner that their pleasure and comfort are at the forefront of your mind. Let's begin with preparation, which is often overlooked but holds incredible power in transforming an ordinary moment into something extraordinary. Think of the atmosphere you want to create, one that speaks to all the senses. Dim the lights to a warm glow that casts gentle shadows and softens the room, fostering a sense of intimacy and relaxation. Select calming background music, something with soothing melodies or gentle rhythms that can become the soundtrack to your connection. I've found that soft, ambient tunes or acoustic instrumentals work wonders for setting a mood that feels both romantic and calming. Scent plays an underrated role in arousal and relaxation. The light fragrance of lavender, vanilla, or jasmine candles can do more than make a space smell pleasant. It can awaken memories, trigger relaxation, and heighten the overall sensory experience. Incense or essential oils can add an exotic touch, making the moment feel like a carefully curated experience rather than something routine. To me, this preparation isn't just practical, it's symbolic. It shows your partner that you've taken the time to craft an environment where they can feel safe, cherished, and ready to explore intimacy without distractions. Once the ambience is perfect, the physical aspect of preparation and initial stimulation begins. Start by softly kissing the outer lips of the vulva with a tenderness that communicates both curiosity and care. It's not about rushing to the end goal but about savoring each moment, building anticipation with every gentle touch. Let your lips and tongue move with a light, circular motion, exploring the area slowly and deliberately. This isn't just about technique, it's about listening to her body and responding to its unspoken cues. What I find fascinating is how these small, seemingly simple actions can have such profound effects. Light, deliberate movements not only increase blood flow to the region but also awaken nerve endings, making every subsequent touch more pleasurable. This stage is about awakening, about allowing her to transition from the everyday stresses of life into a space where she feels completely connected to you and her own body. During this phase, observation is key. Pay close attention to how her body responds. Is her breathing deepening? Are her hips moving subtly, as though drawn to your touch? Does she let out soft moans or sighs that indicate her pleasure? These are the moments that, for me, make intimacy so rewarding, when you know you're truly in sync, attuned to her needs and desires. Every person's body is unique, and what feels amazing to one may not resonate the same way with another. This is where patience and adaptability come into play. Use her reactions as your guide, adjusting your movements to match her rhythm. As her arousal builds, you can begin to vary your technique, perhaps gently increasing the pressure of your tongue or experimenting with different speeds. But no matter what, remember, this phase is about savoring the build-up, about creating an unhurried crescendo of pleasure that leaves her feeling completely immersed in the moment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. What I love most about this step is its transformative nature. It's not just about physical touch, it's about building trust, showing attentiveness, and creating a space where she feels fully seen and appreciated. There's a vulnerability in these early moments, and handling them with care can deepen your emotional connection in ways that resonate long after the experience itself. For those who want to take their understanding of intimacy to the next level, I highly recommend EVOC, Rediscovering Intimacy, Healthy Sexuality After 60. This book is filled with inspiring and practical advice to help couples rekindle passion and connection, no matter their age or stage of life. It provides actionable insights for overcoming challenges and reigniting a spark, proving that intimacy only grows richer with time when approached with intention and care. In conclusion, preparation and initial stimulation are more than just preliminaries. They are acts of love and devotion. By creating an environment that relaxes the senses and taking the time to connect deeply through touch and observation, you lay the groundwork for an experience that is as emotionally fulfilling as it is physically pleasurable. This step reminds us that intimacy is not a goal to rush toward, but a journey to be savored moment by moment, with the person you cherish most. 2. Focus on the clitoris. Focusing on the clitoris is not just a technique, it's an art and an act of love. The clitoris, often described as the epicenter of female pleasure, is one of the most sensitive and intricate parts of the female body. Its stimulation, when done thoughtfully, can unlock waves of ecstasy that not only bring physical satisfaction but also deepen emotional bonds. For me, this intimate focus is more than a step in the process. It's an opportunity to show care, attentiveness, and a profound understanding of her desires. To truly connect with her through clitoral stimulation, you must begin with patience and reverence. The experience starts before you even touch the clitoris directly. Start by exploring the surrounding areas. The inner lips of the vulva, the mons pubis, and the delicate folds of skin around the clitoris. Use the lightest of touches or the softest movements of your tongue to create a warm and inviting sensation. This stage is not about rushing to the climax, but about awakening her senses, teasing her gently, and building anticipation. Think of this as painting a masterpiece. Every stroke and detail contributes to the bigger picture. When beginning stimulation, indirect touches are key. The clitoris is highly sensitive, and approaching it too soon or too directly can feel overwhelming. Let your tongue or fingers explore in slow, circular motions around the area without making full contact. You can alternate with gentle kisses or soft breaths, which heighten sensitivity without applying pressure. From my perspective, this gradual build-up is magical. It's a moment of preparation, where her excitement grows organically, and the tension begins to mount in the most pleasurable way. As her body responds, watch for subtle signals, a quickening breath, soft moans, or her body pressing closer to you. These cues tell you that she's ready for more direct attention. Now, slowly transition to stimulating the clitoris itself. Use your tongue, fingertips, or both in rhythmic movements that suit her pace. This is the moment to truly immerse yourself in her pleasure. Experiment with different techniques, soft circular motions, upward and downward strokes, or even a figure-8 pattern. In my experience, variety not only keeps the sensation exciting but also helps you discover what she enjoys most. Pay attention to the texture of your touch. The tip of your tongue, which is soft and warm, can provide a gentle sensation, while your fingers might offer a firmer, steadier rhythm. If you're using your hands, Consider applying a lubricant to keep the touch smooth and pleasurable. The key is consistency and adaptability. No two moments are the same, and what she loves in one instance might feel different in another. This is why attentiveness is crucial. Every sigh, every movement, and every sound is a guide to what she's feeling. It's also important to remember that clitoral stimulation is not just physical, it's deeply emotional. When you focus on her pleasure with this level of care, you're telling her that she matters and that her joy and satisfaction are your priorities. This level of attention can make her feel seen, valued, and incredibly connected to you. For me, this emotional intimacy is the most rewarding part of the experience. It's not just about climax, but about creating a shared moment of vulnerability and love. As you continue, don't hesitate to adjust your rhythm or technique. If she shows signs that she's nearing her peak, her breathing becomes erratic, her body tenses, or her sounds become louder, consider maintaining a steady, consistent pace to help her ride the wave of pleasure. Abrupt changes or pauses can disrupt the flow, so focus on keeping your movements fluid and intentional. This moment is about her release, and your job is to guide her there with sensitivity and skill. Another crucial aspect is communication, whether verbal or nonverbal. While some might shy away from discussing their preferences, encouraging her to share what feels good can deepen the experience for both of you. If she's comfortable, she might guide you with words, or she might simply let her body do the talking. Be open, receptive, and eager to learn. It's not just about doing things for her, but creating pleasure with her. Finally, remember that clitoral stimulation isn't just an act. It's an experience that requires mindfulness, patience, and a genuine desire to connect. The clitoris may be small, but its potential for pleasure is boundless. The time and effort you invest in understanding and cherishing it will not only enhance her experience but also bring you closer as a couple. For me, this careful and loving approach transforms physical intimacy into something transcendent, a shared journey of passion, trust, and discovery. By approaching the clitoris with respect, curiosity, and a heartfelt desire to bring her pleasure, you're creating a moment she'll remember long after it ends. It's not just about physical satisfaction, but about showing her that she's cherished and adored in ways that words can't fully express. In the end, this focus on her pleasure will deepen your connection and elevate your intimacy to a whole new level. 3. Variety and alternation. The third and perhaps most pivotal tip for creating deeply satisfying and unforgettable intimate moments is the art of variety and alternation. This is not just a strategy but a philosophy of intimacy, a commitment to keeping passion alive by introducing fresh elements into every encounter. Why is this important? Because monotony is the enemy of excitement. Repetition of the same movements, no matter how effective at first, can lead to diminished pleasure, a loss of connection, or even discomfort over time. Variety isn't just about technique. It's about creating a dynamic and immersive experience that leaves her yearning for more. Imagine intimacy as a dance, one where each movement is an expression of curiosity and care. To begin, explore the power of your tongue in ways that are deliberate and exploratory. Start with circular motions, tracing gentle spirals that stimulate her sensitivity. Move to vertical strokes, then horizontal ones. And, if you're feeling adventurous, try intricate figure-8 patterns. Each of these techniques brings its unique sensation, offering a palette of pleasure to discover. But don't stop at just changing the direction. Alter the pressure and pace as well. Experiment with soft, barely there touches followed by firmer, more pronounced movements. This dance of contrast creates waves of sensation that build anticipation and keep the experience exciting. In my experience, the magic happens when you're fully present in the moment, responding to her subtle cues. Every woman is different, with unique sensitivities and preferences, and part of the beauty of intimacy is discovering what truly lights her up. Pay attention to her breathing, the sound she makes, the way her body responds. These are your guideposts. When you adapt your movements to what resonates most with her, you're not just providing physical pleasure but creating a connection that feels deeply personal and meaningful. Beyond the types of movements, the rhythm and intensity of stimulation play a crucial role in maintaining excitement. Think of it as a symphony, where the tempo rises and falls to create an unforgettable melody. Begin with light, quick touches that awaken her senses and draw her into the moment. Gradually transition to slower, more deliberate motions that deepen the intensity. This shift in rhythm adds an element of surprise, making the experience feel unpredictable and thrilling. It's like climbing a mountain, with each variation bringing her closer to the peak while keeping the journey itself exhilarating. One of the most powerful tools at your disposal is the pause, a strategic moment of stillness that amplifies the sensations to come. During these pauses, let your lips place gentle kisses on her skin, or softly blow warm air over the area you've been stimulating. These moments of teasing create a delicious tension, heightening her arousal and preparing her body for the next wave of pleasure. It's important, however, that these pauses feel intentional and well-timed. When done right, they enhance the flow of intimacy rather than interrupting it, making the overall experience richer and more layered. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. But why stop at just oral stimulation? Incorporating your hands adds another dimension to the experience. While your tongue focuses on one area, let your hands explore others: her inner thighs, her hips, the base of the clitoris. The warmth of your touch on these often overlooked erogenous zones creates a symphony of sensations that involve her entire body. Gently tracing your fingers along her skin or applying light pressure in specific areas shows her that every part of her is worthy of attention and desire. This holistic approach not only intensifies physical pleasure but also fosters a deeper emotional connection. The key to making all of this work is intention. Variety and alternation are not about showing off or trying 100 different techniques in one go. They're about being present, attentive, and adaptive. They're about showing her, through your actions, that her pleasure matters deeply to you. I believe this level of attention to detail transforms the act of intimacy into something much more profound, a shared moment of vulnerability, connection, and love. In my opinion, this isn't just about the physical side of intimacy. It's a way of communicating without words, of saying, "I see you, I feel you, and I want to make you happy." That's what makes variety and alternation so powerful. It's not just about discovering what she likes. It's about creating an experience that leaves her feeling cherished, understood, and fully satisfied. When you embrace this approach, you're not just a partner. You're a creator of unforgettable memories, a source of joy, and a beacon of connection in her life. 4. Comprehensive stimulation and exploration. When it comes to creating a deeply fulfilling and intimate connection, the fourth tip, comprehensive stimulation and exploration, is a profound reminder that true pleasure lies in attention, patience, and a willingness to explore beyond the obvious. It's about stepping away from a purely goal-oriented mindset and immersing yourself in the art of awakening her entire body. This approach doesn't just create physical sensations. It fosters an emotional bond, a shared journey where every touch, kiss, and caress speaks volumes about your desire to connect on a deeper level. Far too often, intimacy can become routine, focused on specific areas like the clitoris and vulva. While these are undeniably central to her pleasure, ignoring the rest of her body means missing out on a world of sensations that can transform the experience into something unforgettable. Start by exploring her often overlooked erogenous zones, those hidden pockets of sensitivity that, when touched with care, can electrify her entire body. Her neck, for example, is a treasure trove of responsiveness. A gentle kiss along its curve, the warmth of your breath against her skin, or the light trace of your fingertips can send a ripple of goosebumps cascading down her spine. The inner thighs, too, hold immense potential. Slowly grazing them with your lips or hands builds a delicious anticipation that heightens her arousal with every passing second. But don't stop there. Her shoulders, her lower back, and even the sides of her ribs can hold untapped pleasure points. I find there's something incredibly powerful about dedicating time to these often ignored areas. It's a way of showing her that your interest isn't confined to just one part of her body. You see her entirely, and you want to adore every inch of her. To me, this is where intimacy becomes transformative. It's no longer just about physical pleasure, but about making her feel cherished, valued, and deeply loved. Use every tool at your disposal: your hands, lips, tongue, and even your breath. The variety of sensations you can create is endless, and each one tells her something different. Soft kisses along her collarbone might convey tenderness, while a firmer grip on her hips or a gentle nibble on her ear could speak to your passion and desire. Pay attention to her body's responses, the way she leans in, her soft sighs, the way her breath quickens. These are her body's way of guiding you, inviting you to stay in the moment and let her reactions dictate your movements. The lower back and hips, often overlooked, are incredibly sensitive and rich with nerve endings. Place gentle kisses along her spine, or trace light patterns with your fingertips on her hips. The contrast of a firm touch followed by a softer one creates a sensation that's not only pleasurable but also grounding. It's as if you're telling her through your touch, "I'm here, fully present, and I want to make this moment all about you." From my perspective, this kind of intentional exploration creates a sense of safety and trust that allows her to fully surrender to the experience. For an even more immersive and unforgettable encounter, introduce sensory play. This doesn't have to be elaborate. Small, thoughtful additions can make all the difference. A feather's soft touch gliding across her skin, the contrast of warm kisses and cool fingertips, or even the unexpected intensity of a gentle bite, all of these can elevate her sensations to new heights. I believe these details are what turn an ordinary moment into an extraordinary memory. It's about layering sensations, keeping her guessing, and ensuring that every second feels fresh and exciting. And yet, the key to this kind of exploration is patience. Rushing through these moments robs both of you of the chance to fully experience them. Take your time. Let her adjust to each new sensation before moving on to the next. It's in this unhurried rhythm that true intimacy is built. When you show her that you're willing to slow down and savor every moment, you're telling her, without words, that she is worth your undivided attention. To me, there's nothing more intimate than this kind of presence. It's also important to remember that every woman's body is different. What feels incredible to one person might not resonate as strongly with another. That's why exploration is so important. It's a journey of discovery, guided by her unique responses. Pay attention to what makes her sigh, shiver, or lean closer. When you find those spots, linger there. Alternate between soft, tender kisses, firm caresses, or even playful nibbles if she enjoys them. Let her reactions guide you, creating a dance that's as unique as your connection. Finally, comprehensive stimulation and exploration go beyond the physical. It's about creating an environment where she feels fully seen and appreciated. The goal isn't just to awaken her body, but to touch her heart, her mind, and her soul. To me, this is the ultimate expression of intimacy, making her feel so deeply valued that she knows, without a doubt, that this moment is about her pleasure, her joy, and her connection with you. By taking this thoughtful, patient, and holistic approach, you're not just creating a physical experience. You're crafting a memory, an emotional bond that will stay with her long after the moment has passed. And isn't that what true intimacy is all about? It's not just about the act itself, but about the connection you build, the trust you nurture, and the love you express through every touch, kiss, and caress. This, to me, is the essence of what it means to truly explore and cherish another person. 5. Communication and feedback during sexual activity. When it comes to deepening emotional and physical intimacy, communication and feedback during sexual activity are truly transformative elements that can elevate the connection between partners to unparalleled heights. This isn't just about exchanging words. It's about mastering the delicate, almost poetic dance of interpreting and responding to your partner's needs, desires, and boundaries. For me, this aspect of intimacy embodies the essence of love and respect, where two people come together not just to share a physical experience, but to create a profound emotional bond. Communication during these moments is layered. While verbal communication is undoubtedly important, The real magic often lies in the unspoken language of the body. Your partner's body speaks in 1,000 ways, and every movement, sigh, or subtle shift is a message waiting to be heard. Think about it. The way her breathing deepens or quickens, how her fingers press against you with urgency or linger softly, the delicate arch of her back, or even a fleeting smile. All of these are her ways of saying, "This feels right," or "Adjust, I need something different." These moments are rich with meaning and intimacy, and they invite you to listen, to adapt, and to care deeply about her pleasure. For me, the ability to notice these signals and respond to them with tenderness and attentiveness is one of the most beautiful aspects of intimacy. It's not just about being present, it's about being attuned. It's about stepping into the moment fully, letting go of distractions, and allowing yourself to be guided by the rhythm of her responses. When you're tuned in like this, the experience becomes less about performing and more about sharing, a mutual exchange of love, trust, and vulnerability. But how do you master this art of communication? It begins with mindfulness. Pay attention to the slightest details, her breathing, her body movements, the tension or relaxation of her muscles. These are the cues that guide you toward what feels good for her. When her breathing becomes shallow and rapid, it's a signal of heightened pleasure. When her body shifts closer to you or her grip tightens, she's inviting you to continue. Conversely, if she seems to withdraw slightly or her body tenses uncomfortably, it's a gentle request to adjust or slow down. For me, this sensitivity to your partner's needs is not just important. It's a mark of true care and respect. It's about saying, "I see you. I hear you. I want to give you the experience you deserve." And while nonverbal communication plays a significant role, don't underestimate the power of verbal feedback. A simple, softly spoken question like, "Does this feel good?" or an encouraging phrase like, "I love how you respond to this," can enhance the connection. These moments of verbal affirmation create a space of safety and openness where both partners feel comfortable expressing themselves. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. I believe that feedback, whether given verbally or non-verbally, is an ongoing conversation. It's not something you do once and then forget. It's a continuous exchange that keeps the moment fluid and dynamic. Think of it as a dance where both partners lead and follow, responding to each other's cues with grace and attentiveness. What I find most moving about this process is how it builds trust. When your partner feels that you're not just going through the motions but genuinely paying attention to her responses, it creates a sense of safety and closeness that extends far beyond the bedroom. This trust allows her to let go, to fully immerse herself in the experience, knowing that her needs and desires are being cared for. To me, this is the heart of intimacy, being present, being adaptable, and showing that her pleasure matters as much as your own. It's not about striving for perfection, but about creating a space where both partners feel free to explore, learn, and grow together. It's in these moments of shared vulnerability that true intimacy is born. I can't emphasize enough how meaningful this kind of connection can be. It transforms a physical act into a deeply emotional experience. It says, "Without words, you matter to me. Your happiness, your comfort, your pleasure, they are my priority." And isn't that what we all crave in our most intimate relationships? To feel understood, cherished, and connected on a level that transcends the physical? In my opinion, this level of communication is an art, and like any art, it requires practice, patience, and a willingness to learn. But the rewards are immeasurable. A relationship where intimacy is not just pleasurable but also profoundly fulfilling, where both partners feel seen, heard, and deeply loved. And in the end, isn't that the ultimate goal? To create moments of connection so powerful that they linger in your heart long after the moment has passed? Now that we've explored the beauty and importance of communication and feedback in intimate relationships, I want to hear from you. What resonated with you the most? What have you learned so far from this discussion that you feel can truly enhance your connections with your partner? Take a moment to reflect, and comment below one thing you've learned today and will bring into practice in your own life. Your insights and experiences are valuable, and sharing them might inspire others to deepen their own relationships as well. If you found this video helpful, please let us know by leaving a comment below. And don't forget, your support means the world to us. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on more insightful content. Together, let's continue learning, growing, and building stronger, more meaningful connections. Thank you for watching.